The most enjoyable moment in this place is when I open the door and the people come.
Here in the morning time and between 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock in the daytime. The shed has given me the opportunity to have the crack with the men. Gives me something to look forward to each day. I had a stroke 8 years ago. And in the first 3 or 4 years I was only getting back together again. Once they leave the house at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and I get home at 2 o'clock in the day, there's no need to worry about me. I have 3 daughters and my wife, and they can go about their own business. I come down to the shed and my life is my own, as distinct from worrying about me.
Eyes are smiling, it's like a morning dream, with a little of Irish laughter.
There would have been men here initially, and we still have this, who would have come, wouldn't have been in a great place in terms of their, maybe their health, maybe became a little bit isolated after they retired. Some of them, a number of the men, their wives have passed away. They were left on their own. They're at home. They're sitting isolated from their, from the community in general. They feel worthless, maybe. A whole collegiality, a friendship, just a sense of belonging, I suppose. You actually belong. You feel, hey, do you know what? I belong to something. I'm not just cast aside anymore. I'm one of the men's shed group, and a purpose.
Beautiful. It's opened up new paths in life for them. It has shown new avenues in life for them. For me personally, it has certainly reinforced my wellness, because at one time I wasn't, and I felt that I wasn't in a good place.
I found the hardest thing to do was actually to walk in and say, I have a problem. Because men don't talk. Men don't talk about problems they have. I was going through a bit of depression at the time. My wife went blind and I had to leave work to look after her. So I'm a full-time carer. The doctor said to me, you'll have to get out of the house, James, and go down and join some association. So the first person I met was Matt. And he was taking timber off the top of a car, and I pulled up and I said to him, excuse me, I don't know whether I'm in the right place or not, but I was told to come down here by my doctor, I have 2 here. I was in the psychiatrist's office for 3.5 hours up in Tala Hospital, and he definitely saw there was something coming down the road, which wasn't good. I'd say if you talk to any of the lads in there, every one of them would have the same kind of a story. It got me back on the road to the man shed, and I would have been lost without it, to be honest with you,
There's an awful lot of other things, I said, that are on the road to mental health that can be stopped by the like of this before they get there. Because a friend of mine was in his mid-60s and committed suicide. His wife had died and he just felt there's nothing else there for him, you know what I mean? Now, somewhere like this might have benefited him with the lads and that, and he mightn't feel as isolated as he was, or feel as desperate as he was.
I think most of the guys will tell you the same. The hardest part of coming to the shed is coming through that door the first day. I took that step and I stepped across the threshold, and from day one, you feel, made welcome. Everybody who comes to the shed will tell you something different about what the shed does for you, but for me, it's made me smile again.
He walked up and down this entry for about 3 days before he actually took the courage to come in. It's just made a big impact, especially on his mood. Now there's days where Sean doesn't be well to get out of bed, but he'll push himself now actually just to come down, even if he just comes in for a cup of tea. And I find that on our, family life, it is great.
Meeting the wives up the street and them saying how much the boys have benefited from being here, that just does my heart good. I think it's just class.
Like, he's learnt a new skill. He's playing the guitar, which he never did. He's singing, though sometimes the house, it's not as quiet.
Getting out of the house, for a long time I probably wouldn't have left the house. I was going in on myself. So when I found the shed, I think it changed my life. I wish I had found it years ago.